Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Sunday, April 26th, 2015, around 4:14 in the afternoon in Belleville, Massachusetts. Been battling some sun and clouds today. Highs in the lower 50s. Does not feel like spring. Feels like the end of winter, but no snow. But this weather pattern might not break for another week or so. Some news to report. The Boston Celtics put up a gallant effort, but they lost again to the Cleveland Cavaliers by a score of 101-93. The Celtics have been swept out of the playoffs 4 straight by the Cavaliers. The Celtics played tough and gritty against the Cavaliers, but the Cavaliers are too strong with LeBron James and Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, who had to leave the game with a shoulder injury. And also some other news to report. St. Louis Cardinals ace pitcher Adam Wainwright's going to miss the rest of the season with a torn ligament in his Achilles heel. And the New Orleans Pelicans are going to offer Anthony Davis a max contract. And that's about it on the news. My next video subject is about lrta, bus route number 5 from Lowell Kennedy Center to Drum Hill Plaza in Chelmsford, Massachusetts via Westford Street. The lrta is the Lowell Regional Transit Authority, and bus 5 is a local bus route, but if you go to Chelmsford you're going to have to pay extra. The local bus routes are $1. If you travel into Chelmsford, $1.50. The bus route starts at the Kennedy Center at Gallagher Terminal in Lowell, Mass, with a commuter rail termination for the Lowell line. It goes by the railroad tracks and then goes up around a loop onto YMCA Drive. They take a left and it goes over the railroad bridge, continues on until it takes a right onto Cambridge Street, and then goes right onto Chelmsford Street, and it goes by Bucks Bar and a couple of other things. Then it bears left, which is Route 3A, and that's Westford Street, and it continues down Westford Street to apartments, and then to a couple of other businesses, which is like a lot of Cambodian businesses, because Lowell has a big Cambodian population. It continues on to Westford Street right by Captain John's, and that's a famous bar and restaurant in Lowell. Continues on till down Westford Street, goes past a hair salon called Charlie's Angels. That's a hair salon. Continues on, goes by Stephen Street and stuff. Goes by the American Legion Post in Lowell, Massachusetts. Then it bears right onto Pine Street. That's Route 3A. Goes down Pine Street about a quarter of a mile, turns to the left. That's Princeton Boulevard. It goes straight down Princeton Boulevard right by a couple of little ponds and stuff and a little couple of auto body shops, and it goes by the 7-Eleven. Then it takes a left onto Wood Street, and at Wood Street there's a plaza with Rite Aid and Papagino's and Market Basket, and continues on onto Wood Street. Then it takes a right and it goes up a hill, which is Princeton Street and stuff, and it goes by apartment buildings, office buildings, goes into Chelmsford and stuff, goes by a couple of businesses and turns left, which is where Lowell General Hospital offices are for like outpatient stuff, and it loops around and goes back on the road, and it takes a right-hand turn and goes by Westford Street again, and it turns right and goes into Chelmsford. There's a lot of businesses like Cumberland Farms, McDonald's, Burger King, Popeye's Chicken and stuff. Continues down. There's an Party or Party City, what they call it now, and it turns left, and that's where the Drumhill Plaza is, where they have a Walmart, a paper store, Hannaford's, an Applebee's in that location, a Finagle, a Bruno's Bagel, Boston Market. I knew a couple of people who worked in the Boston Market at Chelmsford, and I'm not going to mention who, but it's a person I kind of refer to a lot on here. You'll know who it is. and then it stops at the front of Walmart in Chelmsford, and that's about it. It's probably about a 10 to 15 minute bus ride, and it's usually jam-packed for those buses. It runs twice an hour on the weekdays and the weekends. Weekdays, it runs at the top of the hour and bottom of the hour, and the weekends it runs at the quarter of the hour and the quarter before the hour and stuff like that. And it's a real bus route, good bus ride when it's going back inbound to Lowell. It goes like Westford Street all the way. And that's about it on lrta bus route number 5 from Lowell Kennedy Center to Drumhill Plaza via Westford Street and Princeton Boulevard. And I'll be back later for the third and final video blog of the night, which will be about former professional wrestling manager James E. Cornette, who's famous for managing the Midnight Express and owner of Smoky Mountain Wrestling and a booker, and former WWE manager of the Heavenly Bodies, and an American spokesman to the former WWE champion, the late Yokozuna. Have a good day, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.